Okay, these are the 5 signs that a woman is about to cheat on you in a relationship. I want to just lay these out in a good, easy to understand, logical format so that way you can just see the red flags and that way you can just quietly exit without causing too much of a disruption in your day-to-day behavior. Okay, the very first thing that you'll notice if a woman is most likely about to cheat on you is that she will ask you if you are talking to other women. So even though she's talking to other men and you haven't done anything wrong, she's going to come to you with a conversation asking you if you are talking to other women. So why is she doing this? Okay, she's doing this because she doesn't want to be the one who's guilty of cheating. Okay, she wants to find some way to make it seem like you're a bad person in a relationship to be with. So what you have to know is that women communicate covertly. And what that means is she will want to justify her reasoning for lining up your replacement so it seems like it was your fault. Okay, she wants it to seem like it was your fault, that you're a bad partner, you're a bad guy to be in a relationship with because she doesn't like you anymore. So it seems like your fault, and it only makes clear sense that she should exit. So here's what it looks like. She might come to you and say something like, "Are you talking to anybody else?" And maybe you say something like, "No, why would you even ask that?" "No, I'm not talking to anybody else. What would even make you ask that?" Okay? Maybe you say something like that. And then here's what you're going to notice. The word that she might slip in is the word defensive. She might say something like, "You seem like you're getting defensive just for me asking. It feels like I can never trust you." So do you see how she now applied emotion to this discussion? Why are you getting so defensive? Even if you just answered the question, this is something that she might say. Well, now there's all of a sudden an argument, and now what's happened is that she most likely convinced herself that you were talking to somebody else. Therefore, it's now okay if she is talking to somebody else or she is seeing somebody else because she just got the feeling that you were too. This is how that works. You simply can't win. If you say no, why would you even ask that? But you're super laid back and nonchalant about it? Well, she might say, "Why do you seem so laid back and nonchalant? We're in a serious relationship. You would be more serious when you answered this question." You see, you just can't win either way. So this is the first thing that you might notice, is she will ask you if you are talking to other women, okay? The second thing, number 2, okay, the second thing that you might notice that she does if she's about to cheat, there's all of a sudden a new best friend that she's always texting that you have never seen before. All of a sudden she just has a new best friend that she's so invested in texting, and I'll explain to you how this works. So most of the time it's a dude, but she changed the contact name to a woman or to one of her girlfriends that she has, okay? So a lot of times what she'll do is, let's say for example she changed the contact name to one of her girlfriends, but she maybe spells the name differently, okay? So that way she knows to answer the real one in front of you to not seem suspicious. Okay, so maybe she actually has a girlfriend whose name is this, but she just spells this one a little bit differently so you don't recognize it. Okay? So the reason why she's doing this is because this is so she can actually talk to this dude all day. And she wants you to drop your guard, okay? She wants to be able to talk to him all day without you raising any awareness that something is going on. So she wants to not have to hide her phone. So what she does is she uses a different name of probably one of her girlfriends, okay? She wants you to be in a calm state so that way everything seems okay. You don't even notice. She's just text messaging Amanda, or she's just text messaging Kayla, or she's just text messaging Brittany. It doesn't matter, okay? She's just messaging somebody, one of her girlfriends, and because of that you got nothing to worry about. But little do you know, it's a dude and she changed that name on that contact information. This is the second thing that you might notice. The third thing that you might notice is she becomes emotionally distant and her thoughts are somewhere else and she seems very distracted. She is no longer focused on you, she is focused on the new dude. So here's why this should be very obvious to recognize. It's because women are hypergamous, so she only wants the best. okay? Which means she is mentally occupied with only one man. See, it's very, very hard for a woman to like be intimate like with you, let's say, if you're dating her, and then all of a sudden go and see that other dude. It's like, no, all of a sudden she doesn't want to talk to you or see you anymore at all. Okay? Because she's focused on the one guy. So you're going to notice a shift or a change in her emotional energy. No matter how much she tries to act like everything is just completely okay, no matter how much she wants to come home and try to act like everything's normal, it's just going to be so hard for her because there's that internal energy that's just not going to allow her to give you that love anymore. Okay? So she's occupied with only one man. So even though you're the boyfriend, here's how this works. Even though you're the boyfriend, since she is emotionally invested in him at this point, she'll actually start to feel like she's almost cheating on him by being with you, even though you're the boyfriend. Okay, this is female nature. This is how she's going to start to feel through this relationship with you, is it almost starts to feel like she's now betraying him by even spending time with you, even though you're the one dating her. See, this is how this works, okay? She doesn't want intimacy from both of you. You have to understand that women are hypergamous, so now her feelings are fully invested into him. This is the third thing that you need to watch out for, is that if she's emotionally distant, or her thoughts seem like they're some other place, or she seems distracted all the time and not focused on you, very big thing you have to watch out for. Point number 4, her habits start to change, okay, and maybe she has new interests, okay? So maybe she had a set routine when you were dating her. She would wake up at the same time every day, then she would go to the gym at the same time every day, or she'd go to yoga or Pilates at the same time every day, whatever. And now all of a sudden she's breaking this routine. She's changing things up. And she's changing things up because she now is adapting her lifestyle to talk to this new dude. So now she starts to break that routine. You're going to notice maybe she has new interests. All of a sudden she has new interests in new types of music that she never cared to listen to before. Okay, maybe she never ever liked country music, and now all of a sudden she just loves country music. Okay, this is a very big red flag you have to watch out for. Maybe she starts to take on his mannerisms. So you notice she starts saying or doing things, or there's certain mannerisms that she's doing with her words that she's never done before. Okay? Another example, let's say she's never watched sports ever in her entire life. And now all of a sudden she just can't stop talking about that one specific football team. Her interests are changing because she's taking on his habits. As she takes on his habits, she starts to not want to even talk to you at all. So at this point, you've probably totally lost her completely. That's just where the relationship is probably at. And what she wants at this point, what she's hoping for actually, is she's hoping that her behavior, like what she's actually wants, okay, what she wants is she wants her behavior to appear like it's so bad that you are the one who initiates the breakup. What she wants to actually have happen here is, because you got to look at it from this point of view, right? The dude has been loyal, caring, a good partner in a relationship, very nice to her, very sweet. He did everything that a good boyfriend should do. And logically, she knows this and she understands this. So she doesn't necessarily want to be the one to end that relationship. She wants to make it seem like it's your idea. So what happens is her behavior, she wants her behavior to get so bad, for her to be almost so unbearable to be around, that you're the one who initiates the breakup. Sadly, most guys still don't do it at this point because they have become that emotionally attached. But it's something to watch out for. Now, point number 5. She suddenly has to travel more for work, or way more often for work, or she's working really late. If you notice a change in schedule, she's working late all the time, or you feel like everything is just a bit different, listen to me closely. One of the biggest mistakes that guys make is they try to make it work. Okay? If you get to this point, listen, do not try to talk it out. Do not try to reconcile and see if you can save the relationship. Do not accuse her of cheating or talking to anybody else. Do not ask to see her text messages. None of that. What you want to do is you want to just quietly exit and ignore her and move on. Okay? Because the most important thing if you're going through this breakup is you just maintain your inner sense of calm feelings. If you start to have all these conversations and you find out all this stuff, you're going to feel really bad. And then you're going to have a lot of days or weeks of heartbreak, and it's going to be terrible. What you want to do is you want to have the strength to just quietly exit and ignore. And that means she doesn't get any more text messages from you ever. That means she doesn't get any more calls from you ever. You're gone. That means you do not initiate any type of communication. You instantly just withdrew. You spotted all the red flags and you withdraw your attention and you save your emotional energy for somebody else or for yourself at this point, okay? You essentially gave this situation no more time and no more energy. And this is the only thing that you can really do to try to maintain your own inner peace or a state of good, calm feelings. Because at this point, it's probably going to be really hard for you. Okay, now you're going to have to be single again. But if you move and operate that way, where you just quietly exit and you ignore, it can make it a lot easier. What I advise you to do is take this video even a step further. I created an entire community so that way I can help you learn, understand, and master the language of women. And inside of that community, I show you that process so that way you can attract the type of women that you want to be in a relationship with, and you can retain interest levels in that relationship for far longer. That is why I made this, and I built this to genuinely help you in your dating life. So be sure to check that out after today's video is over. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.